Hey guys, so in this video today, I'm going to be sharing with you exactly step by step how I like to remove my gel nails and my gel nail extensions. In my previous gel nail videos that I have done, that is the #1 question I get asked is, how do you remove them? Is it difficult? Is it expensive? Can I do it at home? And I'm here to tell you, yes, you totally can. It is cheap, it is fast, it is easy, and you can totally do it at home. It's super, super simple. So honestly, we are going to just dive right into the step-by-step procedure, and if that all sounds good and dandy to you, then you know what to do. Sit back, hang tight, keep on watching. Boop. Here are my sad nails. So we are coming up on the 4-week mark, and you can see I have a lot of grow out. Now I could just refill them and get a little bit of a longer time out of them and just reshape them and stuff, but I'm kind of over the color, kind of over the gem placement and everything. So I just want to start fresh. And then also yesterday I did lose 2 of my nails. They just popped right off. I can normally just pop them back on with some glue, but I figured, you know what? It's time to remove them anyways. So forget it. Let's just show you guys how I like to remove my gel and my gel extensions. If you do want a future video of how to fill the gel or gel extensions, just let me know and I will try to do that for you guys next round. All you're gonna need to remove your gels is a bottle of pure acetone. You don't have to have something this large, it could just be the little small guy. I just use it so much that I figured I'll get a big one. And then either a paper towel or cotton rounds, cotton balls, whatever you have on hand. And then a little sheet of foil that you're gonna use to kind of make your own wraps. Now, if you already have nail wraps or if you wanna get that, you can get these little kind of like finger gloves that are already pre-soaked with acetone that you just stick them right on. That is the easiest way, but if you don't have that, like I don't, you can just grab these things, maybe if you already have them at home. Super easy and on the cheap, okay? And then for the gel extensions, I do like to have a pair of toenail clippers. These ones are much more sturdy than regular fingernail clippers. I just use these to remove my gel extensions because they are so sturdy. Fingernail clippers tend to be a little bit softer because they're, you know, for the fingernails as opposed to toenails. But I use this, or sometimes you could get like a special nail scissor or whatever. And then I have this little pusher that I'll use once the gel is softened to kind of scrape off any kind of leftover gel, which we'll get to in a second. Now, the first step I'm going to be doing is actually removing the gel extensions. So if you don't have gel extensions, obviously you don't have to do this part, but I just take the clipper and I make sure not to get my natural nail. I want to leave as much natural nail as possible. I can see where my natural nail has grown out underneath quite a bit actually. So I'm going to cut above that on each side. So one there and then one here. Just like that. Looking real cute. I don't know why, but this part is so satisfying. And even though I have the gems, I'm still able to cut through because this clipper is so strong. If I can find a link to this, this is the Mayhas one, I will link it for you guys because it is so sturdy and I've had it for years. Sometimes this happens when you're clipping, and that right there is awesome when the whole nail comes off because now you don't have to soak or do anything to that nail. It is ready to go. I love that. I love that when that happens. Just left with a few more. Let me see if any of them will just pop right off. No, this one. That one popped right off. Any other ones ready to go? No, all the other ones are on still. Really strong. So now I'm going to take my paper towel and I'm going to be tearing them into, how many do I need? Just 5. This will be nice and easy. Just 5 little paper towel sheets. I'm going to need 5 sheets of this. Make the strips long enough that you can actually wrap your fingers with it. Now I'm going to take my acetone and I'm just going to soak my paper towel with that. Cotton balls I feel like are the easiest, but I don't have those on hand. I don't usually keep those. And then I'm just gonna take that, so I have the little soaked paper towel in there, and I'm just gonna roll it on. Probably made these bigger than I need to, but that's all right. They'll be nice and secure. Press it onto the nail. Make sure that it's on really well. That's the most important part. The rest of your finger isn't important. You just want it on your nail. So folding this pretty small, just to press it right there. Like that. And then wrap it up and press it down. Fashionable and easy. It's great. Let me go ahead and pop them on the rest of the nails now. All right, I got my beautiful robot fingers on. Now, because these nails are pretty worn in, I'm only gonna leave on the foil for about a minute and then I will check it. If they're not as worn in and I'm not seeing any lifting or anything with the nails, but I want to remove the set, I will have to leave the acetone a little bit longer. So kind of base it on that. Usually if you're working with regular gel polish, you might need to leave it on for 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, the acetone. It just depends on the sturdiness of what you're left with after having worn the gel nails. All right, let me go ahead and check the very first one, which I believe was the pinky. I'm just gonna slide this out. That way I could slide it back on if it needs a little bit longer. Let's just push that and see. There, it is lifting. You don't want to push too hard. You don't want to have to like really go at it because you really want to avoid as much damage to the nails as possible. So that one came off pretty easy, but you know what? I'm going to still leave these on for another minute because I feel like it could have been easier than that and more gentle than that. Okay, that should be plenty of time. So let me check the next one. I see it wanting to pull away now. Since that's lifting, I'm going under the nail, and that's not something gross. That's just actual gel. When I do these gel extensions from Orly, it like actually wraps underneath the natural nail, and there we go. Just popped right off. Super, super simple. So those should all be good. Let me just take them off one by one. Get that little free edge of gel that's under there. Okay, there goes that one. And your nails are gonna look a little scary, I'm not gonna lie, just because the acetone is a dehydrator. So don't be alarmed, it will settle down, don't worry. Woo, whoop, there goes that one. Flew across the room. This one is on there pretty good. So let me go ahead and place that wrap back on that one. Just on that edge for a little bit. Let's see how this one is. That one I can tell is all lifting apart. Yeah, that's easily coming off. Okay, that one needs another minute as well. Let me pop that back on. All right, last check here. It should be plenty of time for these stubborn ones. Yep, there we go. You just have to find like that weak spot that it has, and then it'll just lift right off. It's not my nail that's peeling off. It probably looks really gross, but it's actually that clear gel. If you're not familiar with the Orly Builder in a bottle that I use, it's like a clear builder, and then you go in with the color after so you could see the color, but the gel that's on there still looks like my nails are peeling off, but it's not that. Don't worry, don't freak out. And then I'm gonna take this one off real quick. Okay, easy beasy. Now, they look a little bit rough, obviously, like I said, but don't worry. I'm gonna go shape them up a little bit. As you can see, they grew out and a little bit uneven, so I'm gonna even them out, wash my hands, and then I'll pop on some cuticle oil to start nourishing them, and I'll show you what that all looks like. Nails are all cleaned up and cuticle oil is all massaged in, and that makes just a world of difference. Nails look healthy again and supple. I know they look a little bit scary when you're in the process of removing them, but they look totally fine. I would be totally fine with going ahead and applying another set. If you're wondering if you should ever let your nails breathe or anything, me personally, I usually will go 2 or 3 sets in a row, and then I'll let my nails breathe for a week or two and just either do regular polish or just let them be natural and let them breathe, just to give them just a moment, you know, so they don't get too weak. But 2 or 3 sets in a row is typically fine for me. So I'm safe to do them again tomorrow, but that is how I remove them. And I feel like they look pretty darn good for having had gel nails on for 4 weeks, and it was easy enough to remove, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And I hope that that was helpful. All right, it is as simple as that. Got some nice fresh paws and claws now and ready for a new set. If I missed out on anything that you might still have questions about, please drop them in the comments down below. And if there's anything you would like me to cover on a future nail video, then please let me know that too, and I'll do my best to get to that. If this was your first time ever stumbling upon my face and my channel, I would love it so much if you would consider subscribing by hitting that little red button down below, and then tap that bell right next to it. That way YouTube actually notifies you when I post more videos, which is 3 times a week, all beauty related and all cruelty free as well. Thank you all so much for watching today though, and I hope that every single one of you out there, every single one of you, have a great freaking awesome wonderful beautiful day.